So people, it's Tuesday. Happy Tuesday. May 27, 2025. I have almost 3 p.m. How are you? I pray you guys are having a beautiful day. This afternoon, I want to put my heart and my hands and my mind around an America that unfortunately there is a middle class and a lower middle class that is going to face the dagger harder than any time since I have been alive. I see it coming. I see the policies / legislation being passed. I look at the leaders, and I am very, very concerned. But I'm also concerned about the trend of those who find themselves in situations, sometimes because of the poor decisions that they made. We don't always know how to act and react in an America that places a carrot before us. Many of us didn't grow up with the two-parent household or the correct environment or that strong community. And then some of us just didn't listen. And we repeated and repeated and repeated. And then we also bonded with someone and a few people. And people, let's face it, we tell the truth. When you hang around zero, you get zero. When you hang around something of quality, you just might get a break. But I'm concerned about America as a whole. Everybody has a purpose. God gave each and every one of us a purpose. We can't always blame it on Satan, but Satan knew if he could just penetrate the good, that is what God set up on the seventh day, that everything was good. If he could just penetrate the order, if he could penetrate that which God gave us, that is, he gave us service. Because he gave us dominion, the earth is in service to us. Satan knew if he could disturb that and then disturb the two primary people he put on the planet, male and female, he could begin to chip away and disrupt. That way, generations later, and I've said it before in a video last week, this generation would be so weak, they would eagerly accept the mark of the beast. Now I'm going to show you two politicians. You know them. I did it on purpose. Two different genders, two different cultures, two different colors, whatever you want to put it. And then I want to show you just a snapshot of what I'm talking about. And I want to ask you, people, where's the money? Where is the rescue plan? Because people, we're not just talking about whether somebody's down and out. We're talking about people who are down and out and they have kids, a lot of kids. And many of those who are with them off and on, they're suffering too. I'm not here to blame. I'm not here to judge. I just want you to see America. And this is only one part. I'm not even going to talk about the Skid Row and the homeless and people in tent cities. I'm talking about those who are fighting. Some of them have given up. And if this BBB, big beautiful bill, if it is sliced and diced, and we'll know in a few weeks, these people that I show you, Lord have mercy, Jesus. That's all I can say. Now check this out.
Let's talk about the Democrats. They are living in another reality. Texan Democrat Jasmine Crockett has gone on MSNBC's The Katie Phang Show to insist that it's actually not a crime to enter the country illegally. Let's take a listen.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers as well as the robbers. They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations.
Now here's a woman, very educated, very talented, arguably one of the people who is going to be a premier leader in the future of the Democratic Party. For her to say such a statement in this atmosphere, it is very disheartening, very confusing. And she knows better. She's a lawyer. She knows politics. Is she speaking to get a platform so she can get the power? Or does she really believe this? People, the laws have been put in place. Just because Joe Biden and company skirted the law is the law. Unfortunately, Joe Biden has started something, which is now, people, we have brought millions of people over here, you know as well as I do, illegal. And we have spent millions of dollars per major city. Now, we know where that money came from. We know that that bloats budgets from the federal government as well as local. We know that a lot of communities were strained already and can barely take care of the needs of those who found themselves on difficult times. And now you add to it with the illegals. And now you have a politician who said it's not breaking the law. Therein lies a problem. And I'm going to segue into what I want to get into in a minute. I just want to say this. I just want to present this. Now here's another aspect. Check it out.
Part of the problem with Harvard is that there are about 31%, almost 31% of foreigners coming to Harvard. We give them billions of dollars, which is ridiculous. It's too much because we have Americans that want to go there and to other places, and they can't go there because you have 31% foreign.
Now, Trump, I did a video on it about a month ago. He's after Harvard. He's after these universities. My thing is, if he gets the money, where is it going to go? Where is it going to go? So far, we have the tech giants. They're feeding the beast. You know it, and I know it. If Trump has his way, that money which has been allocated toward foreigners, will it go toward Americans, and will it go to programs to help people rehab themselves? If it's just like a 2-year degree where you supplement or you pay for the education. I want you to understand where we're at, because we have to ask ourselves, where are we going? Now here's a content creator, Golden Serenity. I ran into her videos last week. Many of you guys might know her. She puts her life out there on the, something I would never do, but hey, God bless her. She, I don't know if she got an apartment yet. She has a child, a young daughter, and family used to stay with her. No longer. So now she's on her own. She's being evicted. She had to bail the baby's father out of jail. She had to get her car out of the lot. You know, when they have your car, when it's pounded. She going through it. She's going through it. And my point is, my question is right now, what is she going to do? What exactly is she going to do? And where are we in America when we watch programs like this? Watch this.
Close.
Y'all, this is really a lesson learned for me to not, like, you always have to have a plan B, or it's just best to do stuff on your own. And the only reason, I have my own place, but the only reason why we agreed to move together, because it's like, okay, we can all help each other, you know. Somebody got to work, we can have somebody just be in the house to help, you know, watch the kids. Like, my sister had a kid, I got a kid, like, you scratch my back, I scratch yours, and it was never none of that in this house. So I just do want to take the time out to thank God that I'm going through the situation, because it's just a lesson learned. Like, it's definitely a lesson learned, and just, I'm ready to get out and get my own stuff anyway, so. I'm trying to see the bigger picture of this stuff, y'all. And all in all, y'all, brother called police on me. I ended up spending like $800 to get my car out the tow yard and paying for insurance. Then I had to bail my baby daddy out. Then we had to pay for application fee, which was $300 something.
Now you can tell she's a well-spoken black woman. I don't know her situations, but people, we all at some point find ourselves in situations as Americans. And I have been in situations where I've had to cry out to God as early as 17, being homeless, sleeping in my car, and moving into the YMCA. I never lived in a shelter, but you find yourself sometimes in situations that you just, man, you regroup. Now let's go down the list here. Check this out.
Get ready with me and my daughter as we gonna pick up her brothers and sisters from daycare and from practice. This is the youngest. I got like 8 more kids. And I'm about to do a motherfucking video of me in the shelter. I don't need y'all support, but please just like and subscribe my video. That's all I need y'all to do. Right now I'm currently in Detroit, Michigan, and I'm just ready to give me some assistance.
And people, like I said, the BBB, the Big Beautiful Bill, Lord, we don't know what we're going into. And I know a lot of you guys are saying she got 8 kids. How do you get 8 kids in America? We're gonna come back to that. Now check this out.
Morning, good afternoon, good evening, whatever time it is that you're watching this video. Listen, social media, I need your help. I've seen it done time and time again. I would like to see it done this time. Listen, I have a friend of mine that has 8 children. Currently, they have been spending a few nights in her vehicle. They'll spend a few nights in a shelter. Unfortunately, the shelter is not able to house them for more than a night or so because they don't have enough room to house a family of 9. Now, this touched my heart because my family and I have actually lived in a shelter for a short time frame. And I cannot explain to you how dire those circumstances are, how that can make you feel as a parent, not knowing where your next money is going to come from, not knowing where your next meal is going to come from, not knowing will you be able to maintain your vehicle to go and search for a job, whether you find a job or not. Now, her backstory is this. She is currently working, but she is on leave. So you all know that means there are no finances coming in at the time. She needs fun.
People, I tell you, this is real. Here's another lady.
I'm getting evicted, and at this point, I don't even give a fuck. Single mother, I never had a Section 8. I always worked to take care of me and my kids. My oldest is 25. He lives with his fiance. My second oldest is 17. He lives with his dad. And my other 6 kids live with me. I'm a single mother of 8. Been a single mother off and on as long as I've been a mother. So that's 25 years. Always had a job, always took care of me and my kids. The cost of living out here is getting absolutely ridiculous, okay? And that's why I'm just over this shit. Like, I'm literally paying bills while the ship is sinking. So it's like I'm paying bills and I'm still getting evicted. Like, so I'm just so over it and so stressed. I'm just like, fuck it. Like, I'm just about to go.
So what people are doing now, they're becoming content creators. I had no idea till about maybe 2 months ago, as I started watching more social media other than YouTube. And I was doodling and doing some research on some people, and I started coming across more and more like this, and people are going into social media. I pray it stays there because at least it gives them some type of supplemental income, but this is where we're at. So she has 8 kids as well. 8 kids. Now let's go down the road here. Listen.
Guys, my name is Maria. I'm 32 years old. I live in a shelter with 4 kids. Go with me to go find a place to record content since I'm not allowed to record on premises at the shelter. So let me show you guys just how we're rolling around right now. Just got my stuff down there, everything that I'm gonna use, be needing. I'm not gonna lie, it does get overwhelming having to bring all my kids or bring all our stuff and walk around to look for a spot for content. But I mean, you know what? Mama got to do what Mama got to do. Yeah, because I feel the allergies coming already. My makeup's about to be coming off, so let's go. Okay, so there's a lot of places around here, but there's not a spot, if you know what I mean. I think we're just gonna go to our usual spot. So hopefully nobody's at the table that we usually go to is available. Okay. So I'm just gonna try to fix this up. Try to hurry up. My eye is tearing up again. Start off with my son opening some package. So I've been recording content for the TikTok shop right now. I don't really like the background.
So again, people, I'm just exhausted, but I got to pull my way through this thing. I want you to see America. I want you to see what's out here. If they're lucky, they can get some help. If they're lucky, they can have a shelter, but some shelters are closing up. Food banks here in Chicago, and from my research the last few months, food banks are also hemorrhaging. And again, with the BBB bill, big beautiful bill, my Lord, people, you can add another 25% plus suffering depending on where you're at. If you're in a hot state, you're better. But if you're in a cold place, what are we going to do? What are we going to do? Are we going to protect our borders? Are we going to stop shifting the money to illegals? I think we gotta look at this as a crisis. Tell me how you feel, because my thing is, you gotta look at this thing as much as I know we're living in a generation of every man for himself and women. What is the fate of America if we don't regroup and reinvest now? I know we've always had homeless. I've never seen it this bad because it's younger. Every generation we're having more younger people in the street. And they have 2, 3, 8 kids. This is what I'm trying to get across to you guys today. This is what I'm seeing.
Where's the baby dad at? How dare he let you live in a shelter? Those are some of the comments I get on this account and my other account. Sometimes it's in the way I just said, and sometimes it's just asking about them. So I just want to talk about the baby daddies real quick, and it's something that I don't really come on here and talk about. So this is going to be like the last time I ever talk about them on here, because this is just not my thing to do. So I have 3 baby daddies. Yes, I do. Yeah, only God can judge me. So all 3 baby daddies are actively involved in their kids' life. My kids' life. Like they are, you know, they all talk to their kids, you know, they see them when they want to, or when the kids want to see them. But yeah, you guys, it's not up to them about where I'm at. It was my choice to come to the shelter. They have no say-so on where I'm at. Do they want me in a shelter? I highly doubt they do. And another thing, we don't go through no custody issues. Like that's not what we're dealing with now. My kids.
Okay, I think I had one more after this, and then that was it. I think I had one more. People, this is just unbelievable. This is the real America. This is the America that's here and is coming. I want you to understand those two words. This is the America that's here, and this is the America that's coming. And it is not going to get any better unless we treat it as a crisis.
Being a single mom is really hard. It's so overwhelming and exhausting and emotionally draining. I am so overstimulated and overwhelmed, and I just want a break. And I'm not complaining because I love being a mom, and I wouldn't trade it for anything, but it's really hard when you have to do it all on your own. So if you have a single mom friend, hug her. Tell her that she's doing a really good job because she needs to hear it.
What is it about Mother's Day we heard?
Being a single mom is really hard.
It took me a while to select from a cathedral of videos. I've been catching them off and on, like I said, for months, and I thought I'd put an array of them together. And people, we can throw stones, or we can understand, we can judge, or we can understand. We can give proper counseling, we can understand. I've always felt that once a woman has a child, once a couple has a child, at that point, they got to have counseling if they're not going to get married. It should be mandatory in America. Some folks might say it's nobody's business. But my thing, if you haven't gotten married, you need to get counseling. And then if you are having trouble financially and you're married, and you go to a place you start getting assistance, it should really be stressed to please don't have any more children, because this is what you're going to get. You got to think about 15 to 20 years from now and America as a whole. This problem has been coming gradually. It has been coming gradually. It's taken about, we can blame it on, in part, we pushed, everyone want to have their own place. We pushed liberation for women, but like I said, women, they needed to be treated with dignity and respect and equal pay just like men. But it went too far because every woman wasn't disrespected. And the mindset of some women was, I can do this by myself. But then at the same time, if the guy is irresponsible, she's like, I can do it by myself. I'd rather do it by myself because you're a deadbeat dad. Everybody got to step up. What's best for America? We're going to have to all pump the brakes or it's over with. I'm just keeping it real, people. I have watched this thing, and maybe it's time for me to start addressing this thing so the videos can get out there. I can do my part. We have women of all flavors. We have men of all flavors. And the government just might cut back. And you got to keep this in perspective. Irregardless if the country, if the government cuts back, the economy is shot. That's a cutback in itself. We got to start rescuing. I'm tired of the bickering back and forth between Republican and Democrat. Money has got to get down and trickle down. Education and counseling and prevention. We got to start prioritizing ourselves for a better future. We let it get out of hand. Women, men, you got to start being more blank responsible. Hopefully by watching these videos, you can see we're in a point where it's screaming for repair. if we don't get it right, a certain percentage, the country's gone. The civilization is gone. And I don't think it'll ever get back up. There was a famous leader back in the day. I don't know his name. I think he was from the Soviet Union. He said, when it's time to take over America, I won't fire one shot. I hear the shot, and I'm watching the results. God bless you. I'll get back.